I ordered this special all the way from Latvia because I couldn't find it anywhere else. Oh, yes. Okay, guys, comment below, which one do you think will catch the most fish? All right, so I've got the bomb bird here. It's pretty much a square bill. It's a square bill, you see that? So it doesn't dive that deep. So I would use these on the rocks. And then I've got the green bird here. This green bird is a deep diver. See how long that bill is? And these are made by a very famous brand, Rapala, but they don't seem to make these in America, only in Europe. I'm gonna start with this one, the Poppin' Pig, because it's a topwater lure and it's, you know, the sun is just coming up. It's a perfect time to use this. There we go. Whoa. That's nice. That's the topwater action right there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like 20 minutes each lure and see how many fish we can catch on each. I just recognized this pig is all beat up. Look, this eye is fine, but this eye is a black eye. Okay, I'm popping this pig and just very small movements makes it splash. You don't need to jerk it too hard, just really tiny little flicks like this. And you want to get a good rhythm going. Try different rhythms, but you don't want to pop it so hard that you know, the thing is going all over the place. You want to keep it nice and controlled. Just like that. And it feels great. It feels great. Just that little tiny flick pushes that water, splashes that water around a little bit. Hopefully that's enough to entice a fish. It hit it! Yeah! On the piggy. That was awesome. That was like my 4th cast or something like that. Nice and slow. These are dinks, but I made the pig pop. Ta-da! All right, I think it's time to switch it up. Maybe one more fish, but that's enough. I gotta switch up. Bomb bird is next. This one looks nice. This will be perfect to use on the rocks right now. Bombs away. Whoa, that stays up pretty high. That stays up pretty high up on the surface column. You see how it's wobbling at the surface, left and right? It's got a pretty big, wide wobble. This moves the water at the surface. Maybe it's a cicada at the top, maybe it's a bluegill at the top. It can be a lot of different things right here. This is different than the topwater lure because you don't need to give this action. All you need to do is adjust the speed that you're reeling it in. Now my only concern is this is a pretty big lure. It looks pretty big at the surface. The popper had a little more finesse to it. This has a way wider arc. A little bird with a big wake. Okay, I've been throwing this for like 30 minutes, non-stop. One bite, that's it. So let's move on to the next one. If one's not working, switch it up. All right, our last one, which is the Green Bird Deep Diver right here. This one says that first the green bird dives deep to catch the fish, then it swims up with the catch.
Yeah, so just being around you kind of like brings down my level of anger, and I'd like you to kind of amp it up a little bit more.
Amp? I can't. Oh wow, this thing just goes straight to diving. And I just want to do a steady retrieve, and every once in a while I'm just going to let go and let it float back up. Because when you stop retrieving it, this thing supposedly starts floating back up. It dives pretty deep, deeper than I thought it would. And now I feel rocks coming back in close. I'm kind of sketched out about this. I feel like I'm going to lose this way. See, look at that. That's the problem. I got leaves stuck on it way out there, so I have to reel it back in with the action all messed up. And that's kind of a pain. I can feel this thumping and moving around on the bottom right here. It's just, that's fine, but I don't want to snag on some fishing line there. I'm gonna try that a couple of times, but then I'm gonna call it quits. I don't want to lose this. So I'm gonna try a little bit faster and just let it bounce the bottom. I just hope it doesn't get stuck on anything. But usually that bill will prevent it from hitting anything. Oh, but look, look, look. That's why I don't want to use this anymore. I'm supposed to be using it like this, but too many times do I lose it. It just doesn't seem like this is like the greatest spot to use this lure. It works, but I'm afraid I won't lose it, so I'm gonna put it away. All right, been fishing about an hour now. That was 15, 20 minutes each lure. The only one that worked was the bad pig right here. The other ones felt great to use. Just the bomb lure was a little big, so you know that big one would probably get hit by a big fish. That big fish just wasn't there today. But the deep diver, it felt great, but it was just too deep. I kept hitting leaves on the bottom. The only one that worked today was the top water, because I think the size is such a perfect little size. Most of the bass in here are about this big, so that bomber was a little bit too big, I think. But if I were to throw the bomber all day, I'm sure I would hit a nice one, and maybe one with a nicer size. I also don't want to keep using these lures because they're going to be my collector's pieces. I got pretty close with a deep diver, almost losing that, so I'm going to call it quits and just put this on my shelf and retire them. I'm very happy to be able to share these very special lures with you guys. I mean, it's really fun. They're novelty lures, but they do all have function and they all do work. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We do videos like this every single week. Subscribe if you want to see some fun. Here at Hey Skipper, we want to get people outside and fishing. If you need any help, we do all sorts of ebooks on our website. Check in the link in the description below. If you want to support this channel, check out some of our stuff. If you guys want these Angry Bird lures, I'm sorry, but I have no idea where you guys can get them. I got mine from eBay. I'll include some links in the description below to maybe help you get started on finding them. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.